This movie's got me obsessed. Like, I genuinely think it's a hyperfixation. I have to pretend I'm not as into Dune as I actually am around people. Like, if I had it my way, I'd just be talking people's heads off about new shit I found out about the universe. Also, apparently Earth is in the Dune universe. I didn't know this. Hello everyone, I'm here today to talk about Dune Part 2 because I just can't stop thinking about this movie. I think this is literally peak cinema. This is a full spoiler talk. This is a celebration of Dune Part 1, Part 2. If you haven't seen the movies, click off unless you don't care. But I'm just going to get into why I think this movie deserves the hype, the cultural impact it's having, and just get in a general discussion of where I think it's going next and why I'm so in love with this film and its discourse. Now look, I could do a typical film bro review where I just go on and on about how Denis Villeneuve has made this film full of incredible visuals. Every frame looks like a painting or a screensaver, and the thing is, all that stuff is true, but it's all been said before. There are two things I want to get into today: the incredible character moments and the incredible fucking memes that have come from this movie. The fact that this movie has spawned so many memes and like great pop culture moments is why I kind of love it. At this point, it's this set of films that take the source material deadly seriously. These are incredibly dark, broody, and meaty movies. However, the press circuit has been nothing but memes and great jokes. I mean, look at the Dune popcorn bucket, right? So basically, AMC Theaters, an American movie chain, made this like novelty popcorn bucket to buy when you go see Dune Part 2. And look, I'm not gonna mince words. It looks like you'd be sticking your hands in a pocket pussy to get popcorn out. It's equal parts uncomfortable and weird as it is hilarious. And this has spawned just an unbelievable set of memes. But then the thing I love about it is all these actors that take this material deadly seriously and are incredibly dedicated to the craft meme on it. They get on interviews and they laugh about the Dune popcorn bucket.
Are you guys aware of these souvenir popcorn buckets that...
I just saw this today for the first time.
This is an item. It's the sandworm. There is some popcorn. Would you like to reach in there?
I'm really,
Anybody
I'm
want to
okay.
reach in?
That's not okay.
Reach in and tell me what happens when you try to... Yeah, like it's like...
I mean, look at Timothée Chalamet here, basically laughing, saying, yeah, I want to take credit for the design.
The popcorn bucket has sort of caused a little bit of a frenzy. Dare you proud owners of it yet?
No, I don't think he's seen it
This
yet.
is the second time I've heard of this today, and I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. It's a sandworm. It's a popcorn bucket.
It's a sandworm as a popcorn bucket.
Yeah.
That's what I didn't get earlier. They didn't describe what it actually was.
It was all innuendo earlier.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
It was all
That's weird.
what was not being said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I designed that, so.
And that's why I really love this film series. All the cast seems in on the jokes, but simultaneously respectful of the source material. You know, Denis Villeneuve, Zendaya, Timothée Chalamet, they can all take it super seriously while filming, but then on the press circuit, they'll all have laughs at the density of material and how obscure some of the ideas are. And boy, does this movie just go for some weird fucking ideas. Now, Dune Part 1, if you don't remember, did okay in this regard. It came out during COVID when we were all in lockdown, and instead of being this big Christopher Nolan IMAX epic, it was dumped on HBO Max. And this was literally a first half of a movie. This is a part one of a movie if I've ever seen it. I mean, it literally cuts off just as the story's building. And at the point of release, they didn't even have Dune Part 2 confirmed. But within a week, due to streaming numbers and popular demand, Warner Brothers basically went, yeah, okay, we'll cop the loss on this financially, but we're making Dune Part 2 because cinema. And boy, am I so fucking glad that they made Dune Part 2. Even though I said I wasn't gonna film bro out, this movie looks absolutely phenomenal. Oh my God, so many shots of this movie are just etched into my brain. And yes, the triple sandworm shot is unbelievable. But there are so many other great moments. That shot where Timothée Chalamet has become Muad'Dib and is walking through the sea of his soon-to-become army with that incredible music playing. Chills, unbelievable. I saw this in IMAX and honestly shits all over Oppenheimer. This was unreal. But also mad credit to Denis Villeneuve. He knows how to frame characters to make them look fucking cool. Timothée Chalamet, the way he's framed in the first film is very weak. It's very top-down shots to make him look very scared and mousy. But in the second one, the moment he becomes Muad'Dib, the shots are dark and cold. And that's why all these TikTok edits go off so fucking hard.
Silence.
Consider what you're about to do, Paul Atreides.
Silence!
Fly around the world, married to the game, bitch to a frame. I ain't gon' change.
so unbelievably fucking hard is because Denis Villeneuve knows what he's doing. He knows how to make these people look cool. These costumes, these outfits look unbelievable. Dune Part 2 is interesting for me. I saw Part 1. I loved Part 1. I saw it a few times in IMAX, and every time I saw it, I liked it a bit more, but I was like, yeah, that's a great 9 out of 10 movie, but it's just not working for me the way I wanted to. But after I saw Dune Part 2, boy, does Dune Part 1 work. Holy fuck. I am obsessed with the lore, the canon, the books, everything. It was really interesting. My girlfriend was away at the time, and I call her and she's like, how's Dune Part 2? And I'm like, yeah, it's like really good. And she's like, oh yeah, good. And I'm like, no, like I can't stop thinking about it. And the more I think about it, the better it gets. And literally every single time we called while she was away, I went, yeah, I think I need to see Dune Part 2 again. Oh, I can't stop thinking about Dune Part 2. Oh, I can't wait to show you Dune Part 2. There's something about the scope of this story. Everything feels weighty and beefy. And it's basically the Star Wars prequels being retold, right? It's the chosen one who turns to the dark side for a greater good overall. But the reason I think these Dune movies work so much better than the Star Wars prequels is because everything feels weighty and beefy. It has that Christopher Nolan, like practical effects oomph. Whereas when you look at the Star Wars prequels, everything feels weird, light, and stupid. Honestly, there isn't that much combat and action in this movie. There's a lot of talking and just a lot of establishing shots, but when you get this action, it's unbelievable. Can I just say, the visual of the Arrakis soldiers being buried under the sand and then jumping up and sprinting full pelt while sand is flying off them is unbelievable.
You've been fighting the Harkonnens for decades.
I'm a sucker for momentum in like hand-to-hand combat and like battle scenes, and boy do these scenes rub me the right way, alright? My nipples are fucking erect for this shit. I am hard as a rock for these scenes where these soldiers are just sprinting through the sand. Also, another thing that's piqued my interest in Dune Part 1 and Part 2, minor spoilers, is the promise of what's to come. It's the promise of how weird these movies get. I accidentally saw concept art / a visualization of something to come in the further books, like Part 4 or 5, and holy fuck, am I not interested. Like, look at this shit.
This is the son of Paul Atreides. Before you reduce him to nothing but a sack of writhing flesh, it's so much worse.
How on earth do we get from the grounded sci-fi of Dune Part 1 to that? I can't fucking wait. I cannot wait. I also love the idea that Frank Herbert apparently released Dune Messiah, which is the second book, which will technically be the third movie. He only released that because he wanted it to be abundantly clear to the audience that Paul Atreides is a tragic turn. He is not the hero of the story. And Dune as a whole is meant to be a story, a warning about putting your trust in charismatic but corrupt leaders. I love that the movies have been so subtle in communicating this. You watch Paul in the first movie consistently pushing back on basically colonizing Arrakis and commenting on the fact that his family is trying to pillage these resources and wanting to make a positive turn. And in the second movie, you watch him do this sudden drastic turn where he goes from calling out his mum and saying the only reason they believe in me is because you've been planning these stories for years, to basically using that belief they have in him for his own gain. Now, I do just want to talk about this briefly. Now, yes, seeing Paul as a flat-out hero here and going, fuck yeah, Paul's awesome, he's the hero of this story, he's finally becoming who he's meant to be, this is great, is a misreading of the text. It is. I'm sorry, you should have some foreboding sense. You should see that he's manipulating Javier Bardem's character. However, I will extend an olive branch. In terms of a selfish revenge story for Paul, this is fucking awesome, right? Alright, so Paul's father was murdered unjustly and corruptly by the Emperor, right? On top of that, they lost everything and were left out in the desert to die. So him coming back, beating the shit out of Fade Ruther, killing the Baron, and leading an army to basically come back at the Emperor is fucking awesome. It is awesome, alright? I'm not gonna pretend I don't get where that TikTok influencer is coming from, where he's like, this is fucking sick. However, you are meant to be seen there going, he's gonna take this too far. He's gonna manipulate these people. He's already got his revenge. What's he doing now? Where did this power trip coming from? There is such a clear contrast and stark difference in the way that Paul carries himself with concern of the Fremen, compared to by the end of the second movie where he's literally seen there going, I am the man that your mother's warned about. I am the Duke of Arrakis.
I'm pointing the way!
Those incredibly powerful but foreboding speeches, which by the way, make for incredible edits.
Duke of Arrakis! Under the blessing of God!
Can I just say, Paul Atreides being told silence in the first one and then telling that bitch silence in the voice in the second one goes so unbelievably hard.
Silence. Consider what you're about to do, Paul Atreides.
And that's the thing with this second movie. There are just so many moments that just go so fucking hard. When Zendaya shoots the soldier with the rocket launcher right into the ship, unreal. Unreal. Again, I love all the shots of them running in the sand. I love how quick Josh Brolin takes out Dave Bautista's character. Fade Rather's introduction. That could have gone for like 45 minutes. Was that long? Did it not move the story too far? Absolutely not. But in terms of world building, in terms of just setting the tone for someone Timothée Chalamet has to fight, also the incredible fight with Fade Rather and Paul Atreides, unreal.
May thy knife chip and shatter.
I also love all the memes that have come out about may thy knife chip and shatter. May thy knife chip and shatter. Hilarious. Basically, the memes are the fact that like Austin Butler's character Fade Rather just seems confused by the whole may thy knife chip and shatter. And you can either read it as him going, what the fuck? Oh, okay, may thy knife chip and shatter. Or you can read it that he thinks it's fucking cool. And he's like, oh, cool. Yeah, I'll do this. Awesome.
May thy knife chip and shatter. May thy knife chip and shatter.
I love the fight, I love the no music, and I love how hard this fight goes compared to the one in the first one. That first one felt like an unwanted kill, whereas in this one, Paul Atreides seems fucking hyped. Also, that reminds me, yes, absolute misery to think this is a heroic ending. He literally tells Chani, you're the love of my life, I'm never gonna leave you. He love bombs the shit out of her, but then he goes, I will take Florence Pugh, Christopher Walken, I'm taking her, goodbye Chani, here we go. However, just getting back to the weirdness, I've had a few people say that, oh, these future movies aren't going to get as weird as the books. I hard disagree. I think they will. And the reason I say that is Dune Part 2 sticks with some really weird ideas. There is literally a fetus talking to her mother telepathically with the intellect of an adult. Now, apparently in the Dune books, there's something called the concept of preborn. Basically, these babies can be in the womb with all the memories of the Bene Gesserit, this ancient cult of witches. How fucking cool. We get this one insane brief shot that reminds me of Space Odyssey, where it's just the baby. I wish it was longer. It's like 2 seconds. And it's just the baby looking at the audience going, mother, what's going on? So fucking cool. Also, I love the idea that Anya Taylor-Joy is going to be Paul's sister, and they're going to start working together, and she's going to be in a future movie, and they just set that up casually at the end of the movie. I love it. And I love how this movie sets up new characters, kills off old characters. It really makes the films feel like a universe. You forget that in the first movie, Jason Momoa was like a crucial part, and we thought he was going to be a main character of the series. And Paul's dad, played by Oscar Isaac, an incredible performance and a tragic way to go. While we're talking about memes, I absolutely love all the Lisan Al Gaib memes. Basically, this idea of Javier Bardem's character seeing anything that Paul does and just going, as written, it's what the prophecy said. Hilarious. Love it. Great set of memes. I'll show some here. Also, while we're here, I just want to highlight 3 performances. 1, Timothée Chalamet. Oh my God, what a layered performance. So in the first one, I always thought he was a bit meek and mild. Yes, that's obviously his thing, but I was like, is this meant to be someone who carries a science fiction franchise? However, in the second one, you realize that was entirely intentional, and you realize what he's working with. And oh my God, I literally cannot believe this is the same guy that played Wonka. Play the edit here.
Ladies and gentlemen of the Gallery Gourmet, my name is Paul Muad'Dib Atreides, Duke of Arrakis.
Next, Austin Butler. Absolutely unrecognizable. And yeah, Austin Butler has been memed on so fucking heavily for this voice he keeps doing where he goes, see Dune Part 2. Wow, that's so cool. It's this weird, like, post-Elvis voice he has.
Search Dune on TikTok.
Search Dune on TikTok.
Search Dune on TikTok. Search Dune on TikTok. Oh, search Dune on TikTok, mama. I lost my hair.
Search Dune on TikTok. Search Dune on TikTok. I'm Austin. I'm Austin. I'm Austin.
Hey, little mama. Thank you very much.
He's so good in this. Also, the voice he's doing in Dune Part 2 is a spot-on replication of the Baron's voice. Unbelievable. Also, apparently in the books, Baron had a inappropriate, illegal, like, gross relationship with him. So if you watch the movie again, knowing that Austin Butler's character was groomed throughout his whole life, it really adds an interesting layer. I just love this movie. I love the memes. I love how dedicated the cast is. Also, just so much exciting lore. Like, this movie has got me back into books. This movie's got me obsessed. Like, I genuinely think it's a hyperfixation. I have to pretend I'm not as into Dune as I actually am around people. Like, if I had it my way, I'd just be talking people's heads off about new shit I found out about the universe. Also, apparently Earth is in the Dune universe. I didn't know this. So I thought this was just like Star Wars, where it's like a fictional galaxy and they all fuck around. They have origins based on Earth, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I didn't even know that's what we were working with.
Bruh, y'all didn't know the Fremen in Dune are literally descended from Middle Eastern people on Earth? This is actually in Dune lore. The Fremen were a subculture of humans, the natives of planet Arrakis, descended from the Zen Sunni wanderers. And according to the actual Dune wiki, the Zen Sunni people were originated on Earth. They are literally a fusion of Zen Buddhism, Sunni Islam, which 90% of the world's Muslims are.
Also, can I just talk about the sandworms? When I first was introduced to the sandworms in Dune Part 1, I was like, okay, so they're a cool species that, like, they can kind of learn to tame like horses. And I thought that's as far as the connection went. It was just this massively imposing, impossible to like defeat beast. I also love the misdirect. In the trailers, it looked like a monster they had to fight. And then the kind of reveal is not only do you not fight them, but you actually start working with them. However, it's really fascinating that in this universe, these sandworms are actually like part of the planet. Like, they're intelligent and they work with the people and they want the planet's best interest, and their blood can kind of induce visions and create the spice melange. And there's just so much lore, and that's why I find the whole human worm hybrid that's coming so fucking interesting, because it's like, is there a higher being? Are there advantages of merging your DNA with these worms? Do you get this unbelievable intellect or years of experience, maybe like the Bene Gesserit, where you inherit memories? These things live for like thousands of years and they have names for them, and you know, some of them are called like the grandfathers and shit. It's so fucking cool and weird and abstract. I love it. And yeah, I also just love the idea that like humans for no good reason can splice DNA with sandworms. Like, what the fuck? Who thought of this? It's so fucking cool. This scratches a perfect itch for me for what I want from like high budget science fiction blockbusters. Like, I could not ask for a more up my alley blockbuster than Dune Part 2. And combined with Dune Part 1, this is fucking awesome. I also love the way that new cast members are introduced and other cast members are killed off. I genuinely thought Austin Butler might win the fight with Paul Atreides, just because I know the future books start focusing on Paul's sons. Like, this is a big saga. Paul will stop being the main character eventually, and his kids will start being the main character. Like, what an exciting concept. I can't wait to see all this play out. If you haven't seen Dune Part 2, obviously go see it. But yeah, I just want to talk about how much I love it and kind of just validate your feelings at home if you also love it, because I don't think this movie is possible to overhype. I think if you're with it, unbelievable. And on top of that, I'm actually yet to see someone who has a bad thing to say about it. My brother thought it was slightly overhyped, but like, fuck that guy. I am genuinely yet to meet someone who goes, oh, I didn't like that. That was bad. Because like, surely you'd feel a little silly for not liking it. Like, it's so fucking good. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I'll leave it there. Have a lovely day. And if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe.